This is Karl Cooke, hoping to send you off with one great final show. Couples can be ready for their big day in 2022.
These moments of holding back is something doctors say we should not do. Casey and Legion's Auto are doing everything they can to keep their door open.
Just what is it about these films that draw so many people?
When it comes to depression, it can be just a little bit more difficult to talk about, just like in the case of this young lady.
How many podcasts do you listen to in a week? We all have our favorites. Fresno State offers a course for those interested in the medium, as Holden Wheeler shows us. My wedding is on June 11th. While my fiance and I are busy getting ready, vendors are also making adjustments from the last 2 years of the pandemic. Las Vegas was chosen as the host city back in 2020, but COVID had other plans. 2 years later, Vegas has it. Renovations are complete, as the NFL draft experience will be the main attraction on the Strip. These are some interesting games going into it. I mean, you had Philadelphia against Toronto, which, we didn't mention, but that was an interesting game. James Harden saying he doesn't have anything to prove, but come on, he does have something to prove here. If you look at their entire tenure as a pair, they were first and third or first and second every statistical category. Replacing that kind of impact on a team is kind of like replacing LeBron James when he left the Cavaliers the first time. I don't know about that. And he said, personally, I'm a simple man with simple taste. Give me the green onion dip and I'll be perfectly just fine.
Just south of downtown Fresno, two business partners are working under the same roof. Allegiance Auto Machine and Casey Auto Repair have been open for a combined 60 years. Casey Auto takes care of the general labor of vehicles, like maintenance and removing and replacing parts. Allegiance Auto Machine works on the engines themselves, like heavy steam cleaning engine parts and also maintaining crankshafts. Both businesses are going through hard times recently, as supply shortages and delivery delays have slowed down production. Glenn Bullock said there was a moment when he considered closing his doors for good.
It got pretty tight, and it was always a possibility of closing up and calling it quits because you just weren't making it.
Finding employees with automotive experience was another hardship that both businesses struggled with. Frida Moreno has concerns for Casey Auto when it comes to the money side of things.
Like I say, it has hit us so hard. I'd say we have declined financially by about maybe 60%.
Moreno has optimism that no matter what, Casey will continue to run thanks to the owner's positive reputation.
It's always been a word of mouth business, and he excels at what he does. He's good at what he does, and his customers really admire him. They really trust him.
Even through their recent hardships, Casey and Legion's Auto are doing everything they can to keep their door open. Karl Cooke, Fresno State Focus.
We are gathered here.
Now that COVID restrictions have been lifted, 2022 has become the year of the wedding. According to the market research firm The Wedding Report, 2.5 million weddings will take place this year. This is the largest number of couples tying the knot since 1984. For local wedding vendors, this means a lot of clients will be asking for their services. Wedding decorator Felicity Uribe is happy so many people are looking for her services.
It makes my confidence go very up high. It makes me feel proud of what I do. I love being in the wedding industry. I love helping brides to make their day smoother. I love helping decorate. All of that is just part of me.
The feeling is mutual with other people in the wedding business. Wedding coordinators from Pretty and Posh understand that even though they want to help all weddings, they can only do so many.
You do get a lot of inquiries, and so responding to everybody does get difficult. So we definitely prioritize availability to make sure that we respond to those right away. And then anybody that we can't respond to book the date, we give recommendations to so that they can follow up with other folks that we like to work with, other coordinators and things like that.
So for the reception area.
Even during the pandemic, these vendors found ways to accommodate for not being able to have in-person consultations with their clients. Social media was a key thing for Pretty and Posh to communicate.
Just kind of keeping up our social media was really important. So making sure we're continually posting, reposting things, information, educating has always been a big part of our social media.
Thanks to wedding vendors constantly adjusting to the back and forth of the pandemic, couples can be ready for their big day in 2022. I know one thing, I'm ready for our big day, which is just around the corner. In Fresno, I'm Karl Cooke, Fresno State Focus.